Hi, good morning. Hi. This is when the land deals get a little bit complicated. Okay, I'm really missing sugar. Forcing to be on camera, forcing to get the content out there.
How do you feel about spending 8 hours?
8 hours
Well,
filming.
pointed at you.
Yeah, well, it's good because I've obviously been doing the land diaries now for a few months, and I was doing it myself, and it was just so hard to try and film everything. So you're like forcing me to do everything. Forcing to be on camera, forcing to get the content out there, instead of me being like, oh, I'll just like pick this day to film and pick that day. Like, I have to do it and you have to come with me. So yeah, 8 hours of filming. Hope you following me around.
It'll be fun. Yeah.
Salad done. Can't forget the salads. Worked too hard to be this skinny now. Can't let it go. Can't let that go now. So that's my salmon salad. All ready for a site visit. Sorry guys, I am on the road this morning, so I'm joining by phone. You okay?
Yeah.
Who's on? I can't see.
Myself, Ockham, Emma, Georgia, Georgina and Amber.
Oh, full team. Good morning, everyone. It's event.
Good morning.
It's event week.
Yeah, indeed. Well, we were just speaking. Have you guys got those jumpers sorted yet?
Yeah, they're being delivered tomorrow. Who does come tomorrow? Phil sorted those.
Did you get the pin badges in the end? Because I sent them a chaser email and they haven't come back to me.
No, that's the one thing I haven't got is pin badges. Can you get onto them today?
Yeah.
And ask them where they are.
On Friday, what time did you want to do this briefing with everybody the night before? Or like what we're doing for the day and all that sort of stuff?
Should we go 7 o'clock? So that call there was just a call for our sales and marketing side of the business in terms of events, because obviously we've got a big event coming up on Saturday in Nottingham. We've got a live mastery event, which will be good. And that is just for the sales and marketing side of the business. And then, so that's what we do on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is a full team meeting for the power team and the land side of the business. So every day, usually I have a team meeting with some side of the business. Because we need to have them regularly, because yeah, it's getting pretty big, and there are lots of team members, so it's just easier to hash it all out in one big group call. But yeah, personal life, it's been busy. So I haven't really done a YouTube in a while. So I'll take you back. January, me and Phil started the 75-day challenge, which we start. If you know what the 75-day challenge is, it's where you do two 45-minute workouts a day, read 10 pages of a book, 3 litres of water, eating clean. That's what we started with, and I won't lie about it. And it's called the 75-day hard, and we did that for a month, and then I was like, okay, I'm really missing sugar, and was having massive sugar withdrawals. So I changed to like the medium version of the 75-day hard, which is I still kept the 2 workouts a day and eating clean. I did have like 1 cheat a week, and I did have a couple of bits of chocolate. But and it's no alcohol, and if you know me, I love my prosecco. Like, I'm a fizz girl and I enjoy a glass of wine, a glass of fizz, and yeah, so I've had no alcohol since the 1st of January, still currently, and it is what's the date today? 17th of March, which is huge for me. I am not going on a massive fitness thing, and I'm not saying I'm never going to drink again. I am drinking soon, but just not yet. Other than that, we've had extensions been started on our house that we purchased a year ago. We bought a very rundown house in the area that I grew up in, and it's right next to my mum's. I did that on purpose because I really need, you know, the support from my family. My sister is employed by the business, but you know, overall I just need their support when I'm this busy, so having a house right next to them is really needed. But yeah, it was very run down, so we spent the last year renovating it, and we're doing the biggest part of it, which is the extension to the rear of the house, which will be the whole kitchen, opening that up, which is cool. And Phil has finished his man cave, which he's converted the whole double garage into a sports bar, which is really cool. And the fact that we've not been drinking and he's converted it into a bar has been quite difficult when we've got like the full optics up. And so yeah, we're looking forward to using it for sure. Moving into like the business land profit side of it, we've obviously heavily been growing. I've hired a full new team of power team, so we've doubled up in terms of how many architects, planning consultants we now have behind the scenes, being able to assess all of the sites that students and partners send us, because I really do like to stick with the response time of being under 10 days, which obviously when we take on more partners, we do have to manage that a lot. So that's been busy. We've got a new land buyer. Harriet started with us. She's working below Will to handle all of our sites that are currently for sale. We are on the way to Conway Gardens now, so I'll talk more about that later, but that is a site that has got planning and we have now sold it. We've also got planning. I've got an email this morning, yay, about the Section 106 agreements for our 14 unit site in Cramlington, and we've got another 19 currently in planning, so pretty damn busy, and I am tired. Very tired. So we are at Conway Gardens. We've just got here, and this is our site that we have planning for. This is a JV site with Johnny and Scott at Morningside Group. They've been with me for about 18 months now. This is one of 3 sites that they've got in planning. This one has got planning permission granted. It was granted late last year. October 2025. So we have now sold the site. The site is now sold, and we are completing on it in about 30 days time, which means cash in the bank, done deal, and we walk away with our profits, which is the first JV site that we have gone through the whole process with. Obviously, we've got another pipeline. We've got another 19 that are currently in planning. I've got another 30 odd that are going through legals or pre-apps. So we've got a huge pipeline of them. This is just the first one that is now completed. So I thought it'd be great to bring you guys to the site. I have done a bit of content here before, but I thought I'd bring you to the site and talk you through it. So yeah, shall we go? Hello. Who am I meeting here? And do I knock on the door to get access? There we go. So this house is actually currently up for auction, which is part of the land deal. And I'm meeting the landowner here to get access. But this house, like I said, it's on an auction. We've had a few offers on it. We're just finalising those as well. This is when the land deals get a little bit complicated, to the fact that when you're purchasing homes, because a lot of landowners want to purchase the homes as well as selling the land, and it can get a bit complicated. And this is why, because you've also got to sell a home while selling the land separately, and yeah, it can get a bit complicated. Okay, so come on in. As you can see from the site, we've got a bit of a kind of derelict garage that will be knocked down. the whole part that you can see here going up to the fence is going to be 4 dwellings. Very similar to what you can see kind of over here. And that's why I really liked this site. When Johnny and Scott first showed me it, it's what we call a high probability site, which means that there has been planning nearby, and we can try and keep to the style of what's already been granted. So this is my idea of a little gold mine. We submitted planning in May 2025, granted in October 2025. So you can see it was quite a quick process to get planning. And like I said, we'll be completing in March 2026 on this, cash in the bank. Johnny and Scott brought this site to me on a one-to-one call in late 2024. We had numerous negotiations. It's not just this site that we're using, it is next doors as well. And yeah, we've had multiple conversations with the landowners. I even had to take a Zoom call with them being abroad to try and get this one over the line, working with Johnny and Scott throughout it, just going back and forth on negotiations. We obviously got to the end goal of agreeing figures for both this garden and next door, because that's what the site's over. We're using this for the actual footings of the house and next door for the gardens of the potential new units. And it's been an absolute great site. It's got a profit of around about £350,000, just below £350,000. So it's been a great site. Been quite easy in terms of planning. I think the negotiations were probably the tougher part, but it was quite easy throughout planning to get this kind of underway. Altogether, this deal has taken around about the 18-month mark from agreeing the deal to getting planning to getting paid, which we are obviously now at. It is payday this month for this site. It's my first site that I get some of my funds that I've invested back into my students. I've invested just under £1 million so far, and this is the first one where we get some of our investment back. So yeah, very exciting, first one in the bag. Gigi has been lovely to observe this term. She's always full of energy and always willing to help and very nurturing of the younger kids. How cute. Phil, don't act.
How you doing, babe? Cool.
Just be normal.
Shoot.
Okay, so just got these. These are for the event on Saturday, which are pretty cool. These are showing some of our JV sites. We'll be handing these out, so you can see these all sites are all in planning. Oh God, they're tough to get out. Show all of our sites in planning. There's our one that we went to in Enfield, and you can see some of the ones that are currently in planning. Thought I'd just show you that as I opened them, but I did say that we've obviously been doing reno on our house, and I haven't showed you guys what we've been doing. Now, it's nowhere near complete and nowhere near finished. And you've got to bear in mind, no judging, I've got 2 young kids. So this room is, I'd say 95% done. There's things that I would obviously change. This was originally a very, very dated front room. It was an original front room. We've had to put the fire in, do the media wall, that type of thing. But yeah, this is our living room and all my lovely Mother's Day stuff. Now, this is where things get a little bit rubbish, is that this is, as you can see, the original kitchen. And I've got no kitchen cupboards on top of my kitchen. And now this is where we're doing our extension. If you see from outside and the mudfest and the absolute disaster of what is my garden currently, we've done that, we've had to move all the drainage. So the drainage has been moved, currently already done, and the footings will start next week. What we are doing, we are knocking down the whole of the back of the house, coming out 3 meters, and to have a really large kitchen dining space with a lantern, like skylight. This house for us is our bolt hole, as in this will be our home in the UK. We will be purchasing outside of the UK. I think I've said before, it's a house that's right next to my mum. It's right next to the kids' school. It takes us 3-4 minutes to walk in the morning. So it's a convenient house. I mean, it's not our forever home. It's just a convenient house that we knew that we could make money off of. So yeah, I'll also show you what we've just done in the, come and have a look at the bar, is what I was going to say. As you can see, the garden is just a complete write-off right now. But we have finished the bar area, which is like a whole nother room that we've converted our garage into. Phil did this all himself, and he's converted the whole thing into a bar. So this is where we're gonna have friends, family over. It's the World Cup this year, so we want to be hosting all of the barbecues for our friends. So we built our bar. This is made out of scaffolding boards. Got our optics in, ready to have some fun this summer, that's for sure. It's still not fully done. We only finished it 10 days ago, so we've got a few more bits to do, some tidying up, and then it's time to get very drunk in it, I think. Getting our steps in, and I thought I'd ask you some questions.
Okay.
Because I am always in the hot seat.
Yep.
And you get away with it.
Yep.
And I thought I would ask you some questions, because this wasn't my idea, this company, was it? It was your idea.
Yeah.
And you had the idea, what, over 5 years ago, nearly 6 years ago now.
2020.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on how the business has grown? Honestly, what do you think?
I think it's amazing, to be honest with you. Not just for us, but for the students.
Yeah.
You know, building something that no one else is actually doing. So in terms of me, obviously, when I've done progressive property, it was like a sting. I had nowhere to go, no direction once I finished the course. And where we offer that lifetime guarantee is kind of like, it's almost, what's the word I'm looking for? That comfort.
Prepares you for, comfort, and prepares you for life, yeah.
Yeah, you know until you're completely on your own 2 feet and you can do it yourself, you're safe.
Yeah, I agree. No,
Yeah,
I agree.
You ain't pushed out the door to go and do your own thing. Yeah, I think the business has grown amazing. You've done an amazing job.
If you are wondering why we are walking and why we're outside, it's because we have just finished the 75-day challenge. So we have been walking every day, haven't we?
Yeah.
10,000 to 15,000 steps. So we thought we'd bring you with us on one of our walks to see what we kind of talk about, because this is really only the time that we get together without the kids, without saying mummy or daddy.
Last bit of freedom.
Last bit of freedom before they come back from school. It's funny because I did videos recently that talks about us in the transit van. The transit van that I hated, but now looking back, obviously we looked for sites in that van. Obviously we sold our cars.
Yeah.
We did it all for kind of where we're at now.
Would have converted that man.
You would have converted it, you would have kept it. I wanted to sell it.
Mobile home.
He really didn't want to let it go.
So when did I get rid of that? Must have been 2019, 2018, I think it was.
Yeah, 2000. No, you got it later than that. Got rid of it later, about 2020. So we spent 2 years with a transit van and driving around looking for sites. We sold our cars and just had a transit van. And I've done some videos recently about it. So pretty much just sold everything. No nights out, no eating out, and was looking for sites with our transit van.
Yeah. But you know what? It held out. Reliable, very reliable.
You loved it?
Yeah. Well, we got everything in it. And it had the little, do you remember the speaker, the screen? Yeah, we used to plug the phones in.
Yeah, and then we could drive around looking for sites, both of us, both looking each ways. And that's how it really started. Started from the ground in a transit van. And yeah, now look at it today with over 300 community members. 19 sites currently in planning, another 30 just about to go into planning. So, and you think that's been 5 years. So that's pretty crazy results.
Yeah. It is.
To get. And again, with the Instagram, we've grown it from 0 followers to 50,000 followers in just 3 years. So it definitely is really fast moving, for sure. I've got another question for you.
Oh.
How does it feel growing a business with a partner? that we work together, growing our business
Very
together.
difficult. Very, very difficult.
We live together, we've got children together, we own a business together. How do you seriously find it?
Oh, like I said, it's very difficult. Ideas clashing, controlling. What else can I say? That's why I step back quite a bit and let you crack on.
Controlling, all right, I
Come
see
in every
it.
now and then and put my 2 pence in.
I think obviously it was a natural change because you started this and it was very much your face to the brand to begin with for the first year, but I was still working for Bovis, so I couldn't put my face out there because I was still employed.
I remember that.
So I couldn't, so I naturally took a step back and I did a lot of the coaching calls with our members to begin with.
It was me
And
doing
you would,
videos I couldn't bear to look at.
Yeah, it was you doing all of that. And obviously because I was still employed by Bovis, so I couldn't really put my face out there. And then it's not until we left and we had Gigi and we've done having kids that I was like, right, I want to give this our all. But yeah, it definitely is difficult growing a business with somebody that you live with 24 hours for the day, especially as you don't really, I think we've had to work it quite a lot where it's like what hours in the day are for business, what hours in the day are for a relationship, and what hours in the day are for our kids.
It's
and
all
they
muddled.
do muddle.
It's all muddled.
It's all muddled. And
Find
it is.
ourselves doing a bath, talking about business,
Yeah.
and
It
trying to
is.
pick a film to watch at the same time.
We do.
Insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
But it works. It does work.
It works because it
But it's
is
very
stressful. It is.
Yeah.
And especially with having 2 young kids, it does
How
make it
do
more
you
stressful.
feel?
Yeah, it's bloody stressful. We spend a lot of time together. Everyone's like, oh, are you happy with him going for Thailand for 2 weeks? Yeah, go. Sounds like a great idea to me.
Yeah. I think a little bit longer than 2 weeks might be a bit better. Yeah?
Month, yeah?
Yeah, a couple of months.
Yeah. Only if I get to go.
Yeah, you have to fly back out there. So I would have built a business and a bit of land out there, to be fair.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll be set up.
A bit of a disclaimer from me. This YouTube is going to be about my daily life and how, I manage the business, the land deals, the kids. So it's not always going to be the most exciting. There are going to be boring days where I am simply just with the kids or doing meetings or having student one-to-one. So it's not always going to be filled. You're never going to see me driving a Lamborghini. It's not that type of YouTube channel. But what you will see is kind of the reality behind building this business and what it takes to manage and oversee the whole of Land Profits.